Hey everyone. I said we'd be back sometime in July, and here we are, just squeezing in time. I got a little bit carried away relaxing over the break, so I've been doing a lot of quick catching up to be ready on time. So before the break, I said that we'd be coming back with something a bit special, but the core crew's summer schedules are still pretty hectic, and we don't have enough sessions in the can yet to be able to consistently release it. So, in the meantime, please enjoy this two-shot from the rat-addled brain of our own Mike, who GM'd this one. We'll be back with some longer tales in the near future.
There are a lot of ways to make dungeons interesting from a roleplay perspective, but most of the time, the players don't even want that. They just want to, hack stuff and get loot.
Well, Not on my pod.
You'll be happy to know that this is an old school role-playing game system, and we will be doing a dungeon today. Hello, welcome to the Tales of podcast. My name is Mike. Most people know me as Michelangelo. Today we're going to play Mausritter.
Mike, guests first. Who are you joined by?
I'm so glad you asked. Mike is joined by our three friends. You.
you and you.
You, that one, and that one over there.
Our regular Charles could not make it today. We are instead joined by a wonderful new guest who I will allow to introduce themselves in a short while. But we'll start with the two regulars. First of all, to my left is Fabio.
Has Charles ever been called regular before?
In this context, I think maybe once or twice. In any other context, probably not.
I am here. Present.
Great to see you. To my right is Jan.
Hey. Yes, I am also present. and looking forward to tonight's game. I've been wanting to play this for a while.
Yeah, you nearly ripped this one. No, you were making.
Absolutely did not.
Yeah, I'm just playing. And would you like to introduce yourself, Matteo?
Oh, yeah. Hi, I'm Matteo.
Yeah, I was going to say.
All right, okay, no spoilers allowed.
It's ruined.
And last but not least, then, our lovely guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, I am Matteo. It's my first time being recorded while playing, but it's not my first time playing. I've been playing since I was 9 years old.
Ooh, OG.
Yeah, actually I used to have a babysitter. I don't anymore. But her husband ran the game for us. Mm-hmm. And it was super sweet.
Cool. What kind of games did you play?
I started with the Red Box. Then I moved to D&D 3.5. Then D&D 5 and a bunch of other games. I have a regular grouping with whom I play in Italian. A bunch of games. Right now we're playing Fabula Ultima, which is an Italian game. And it's basically a JRPG, but as a tabletop RPG, which is really nice.
So I'm still the Bobby player of the group, huh?
Mm-hmm. Today we're going to be exploring something that is deeply personal and exciting for me. I played this game for the first time last week and do not know the rules. This is Mausritter, a game by Losing Games. And we are going to be playing through a scenario called the Tower of Soot. Mausritter, if you don't know, is a game, or pronounced properly, Mausritter.
Ooh, your pronunciation's getting good, Mike.
Put a bit of senf on it.
Yeah, this is an old school, an OSR type game whereby our players will play as mice in a human world. There are bits of fantasy flavor here and there, so you'll see magic and all that fun stuff. It is a very simple game. We're going to roll characters to start with, which will be super quick. Okay, shall we start? Yeah, so we'll start by making characters. This is a game that in tone is going to be quite cutesy and quite silly and quite just, we're playing as friggin' mice. Everything's huge. It'd be really cute. And then everyone will get really sad. And I hope no one has a disdain for gore or violence, because that is that's quite possible.
I was about to say, you described it as, it's going to be really cute. And I'm like, I'm definitely going as hardcore serious as I can now you've said that.
Well, why? Every time I ask for some seriousness, and you're like, no. I want to play a bubblegum wizard. Yeah. So it's as most old school RPG games are, it is quite unforgiving in some areas. Combat is one of them. You don't have to roll to hit in the combat system here. You just instantly roll damage, and the same goes for enemies. And you will start with a d6 of HP, and most damage dice are at least d6. So.
It's going to be a really quick game.
It could be. It could be.
Will there be multiple mice?
You'll have 3, but this is why the character creation is, you'll see it's incredibly quick. And the idea is that if someone does die, you roll, it's like a kid's Saturday morning cartoon show. If someone dies, we just write them back in instantly with a new mouth. Yeah. So let's go. Has everyone got a character sheet and a pencil?
Yes.
I recommend a pencil.
Has anyone played Moss on the Oculus?
No.
Not yet.
I want to. It looks cute as hell.
I want a mouse like that with a little sword and a little shield.
I did a cute picture yesterday. I want to show you.
This is just so fantastic for an audio medium.
Yeah, well, you know what? The audience can't always come first. I made a cute little mouse.
Oh my god, that is so cute.
This is my little character.
Oh, well, there's our...
I was about to say there's an episode title card, right?
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm lost. Here we go. All right, first of all, everyone's going to roll your 3 stats. There are only 3 stats, attributes, characteristics. Every game calls them something else. In this game, you got your strength, your dex, and your willpower. Really easy to generate those. You're going to roll 3d6, and pick the 2 highest.
Can I bump some d6?
How many d6 do you say?
Just 2.
3 and take the 2 highest. I see it with 2 hands. It looks like 6.
Well, I rolled a 6, a 6, and a 1.
And do we assign these in order, or do we just roll them all and then assign them as we want?
I'll leave it up to you. What would you folks prefer?
Can you tell us what the stats are all are?
It's pretty self-explanatory, I think. Strength is like a joint of strength and constitution, if you think of it like that in terms of like D&D or most other RPGs. So it's your physical, metal, and how much you can soak. Dexterity is how coordinated you are. I don't think it affects your speed, but weapon stuff will be dexterity based. And willpower is all the social and mental fortitude related things.
Which I guess if we're doing a dungeon crawl is not going to be super important.
Well, no, there will be a dungeon crawl not in the traditional D&D sense. There will be social encounters here as well.
Okay. So hold on a minute. I think I'm falling behind. So I rolled a 6, a 6, and a 1. What do I do with this?
You take 2 highest and you put it into one of those stats. I think we decided you can order them however you want. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. 2 6s.
So maybe actually just a quick explanation, because as I said with damage, HP is your hit protection in this system. Your hit points represent how much damage you can avoid or soak up before actually being hurt. So I guess, the person who taught me to play said it is more of a measure of your heroism or like your TV factor. So how much can you be shot at without actually getting hit?
Yeah,
Movie magic.
Wizard of the Coast tries to do that with HP.
Is that how it? Yeah, because every D&D game I've played, when you get to like level 20, it's like, he runs the sword through your gut.
Yeah.
And then
you take them.
And then you do like a fucking backflip the next turn or something. Yeah. Anyway, that's what that represents. After your hit points your hit protection hits 0, your strength starts taking damage. That's why you see a max and a current. And whenever your strength takes damage, you have to take a save. And if you fail that save, then you fall unconscious and take a wounded condition. And we'll talk about conditions, I guess, when they're relevant. Everyone got the attributes?
I'm just trying to figure out where to put mine.
If you can't decide,
I
put them in order.
rolled really well. So.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna put 12 in strength and be like big bruiser.
I've only got 9 in strength, so good, just a strong person.
Yeah, I also got only 9 in strength, but it's my highest characteristic.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I have
I
9.
got 12 in dex,
So I know
I'm
who's
okay.
the run.
I have 977.
Oof!
My mouse is literally just made of abs. It's just abs on the legs, abs on the arms, just everywhere abs.
Your mouse is a rat in disguise.
Okay, so
Okay.
I rolled the 3, but we didn't do HP yet, right?
No, we'll do that now. So
Uh-huh.
you want to generate your HP by just rolling a d6.
Okay.
Watch me roll a 1.
It doesn't make too much of a difference whether you roll a 1 or a 6, to be fair.
I rolled a 2.
And that's the total.
That's your total hit point.
Okay, 4. It's not great.
Okay, and same for pips. Pips is the currency, little seeds.
4 again.
We just roll a d6 for that.
Mhm.
Sorry. I am 3 pips. 3 pips.
1.
Okay, and the combination of your health and your pips determines your character's background. And so, we'll start with Fabio.
I got an 8.
Separately, what's your HP and pips?
4 and they're 4 each.
Both 4. Okay, so your character, your mouse, was a sewer guide, which means that's your background. And you start items-wise with a metal file and a spool of thread.
Oh,
Matteo, what did you get?
Okay, I got a 3 and a 1, and I hate this die.
3 and a 1. Your mouse was a woodcutter. You start with an axe and a roll of twine. And Jan,
I got a 2 and a 3.
2 and a 3. You're an ale brewer.
Yeah!
Oh, you start with a hireling.
Yeah!
Your hireling is a drunken torchbearer. So, who wants to roleplay the drunken torchbearer?
I think that's yours, right?
Oh, okay.
Or I could go. I could do both.
I don't mind. We can do me if you want.
I got super buff from carrying barrels of ale.
Yeah, you also start with a small barrel of ale. Yes. And additionally, you all start with torches, rations, and a weapon of your choice. A weapon of your choice can be anything from this wonderful paper here, I believe. I don't think any of you have enough pips to buy any extra shit, so we'll just jump straight into the adventure. I'm not gonna. Normally, we'd start in like the hub, and you'd do your thing, and we'd find an adventure. But I think for the sake of just this one-off, we'll just start where the action is, if that's okay with you guys.
yep.
Yeah.
Do the weapons apply to different? Are some strength and some dex? Or
Nope. Take whatever you want. Like you don't have to roll to hit. You just roll damage.
oh yeah, of course. Okay.
The difference is the size and how many hands it takes up. The medium ones that have 2, like a d6 and a d8, you can choose whether that is only your main paw or if it's both paws, and then you choose the correct die accordingly.
And I can take one weapon from here.
Yep.
And no armor.
No armor. You would normally buy that.
All right. I'm taking a bow.
Well, I already have an axe. So.
Look at you.
Oh, what was your background?
Oh, I'm a woodcutter.
Oh, you got an axe. That's handy.
Yeah. So.
I'm starting to get pissed off about my metal file and spool of thread.
So since I already have an axe, I'll also take a bow. Because why the fuck not? Since I can have both. And I'm gonna die pretty soon anyway.
And you're pretty scrawny. You don't want to be close to the action. Certainly not close enough to use an axe, I would imagine.
And I think I'm going to take the flail.
I was wondering if you'd have a hammer and just say that the mallet bit is just a keg.
Oh, I didn't even see the heavy weapons down there.
If I had a hammer.
Actually, yeah, I want to do that. Like, you're just smacking people with a barrel.
Do I stick this on my paw?
So So you've got your main paw and your off paw. These are what you have equipped now. Things on your body, you can spend an action to swap something between your paws and your body. Or
Oh, isn't it carried?
yeah, it's carried like on a belt or something. So if you have a bow, you'll need your quiver on a body slot, I believe.
Does it mean that I also have to cut the quiver?
Yes.
I don't have a quiver. I haven't been issued a quiver.
You need to cut out a quiver.
And I've just realized that this bow takes both my paws.
Yes.
I might reconsider this.
Okay. And the 6 slots to the right is your backpack. You can put whatever you want in there, but it will take longer to get them out in the heat of the moment.
What happens if you have a weapon in each paw? Can you attack twice?
You can attack
yeah.
them with 2 weapons. You just roll both and take the highest.
That'll do.
I haven't seen Fabio look this engaged and excited in such a long time.
Like, this has everything. It's got craft. It's got mice. There's blue tack.
The only thing that I'm missing is having coloring.
Yeah.
Like I haven't got any pencils for coloring.
If I'd known, I would have brought coloured pencils with me.
They've got the big slot in the middle of your character sheet. A quarter of the character sheet is taken up for a space if you want to draw your mouse.
I'm afraid I'll fuck it up.
It's all right. It might die in 5 minutes. So.
No. You're heroes. You can't also carry more than how many spaces you have. You can carry more than 6 items in your backpack. But if you have more than you can fit, then you're encumbered and it just means you can't run. And you make all saves at a disadvantage. And it might be a good idea to be able to run. Just a tip.
We should really take some pictures to put in the show notes.
Playing with blue tack and yeah. So birth sign you can ignore if you want. This is just birth sign's kind of fun. You roll and based on your birth sign it gives you your disposition and then you can role play into that if you want. Obviously if you have a character in mind just play them if you want. Feel free to do that.
I would like to roll just to see if I feel like what comes out.
Okay, so roll a d6.
3.
Your birth sign is the acorn. You are inquisitive and stubborn.
I feel attacked right now.
It's a 1d6, is it?
Yes.
5.
Yours is the moon. You are wise and mysterious.
I'm going to roll that again. 1.
Brave and reckless.
Yay!
That's got Fabio written all over it.
Okay, I got a 5.
That's the moon. That's wise and mysterious.
Yeah, let's go.
And other stuff we can roll for are physical details if you want like a quirk. That you don't
Yeah.
have anything. So roll a d66. So just roll 2d6. One is the 10, one is the other one.
32.
You have a lumpy face.
13.
Can I go for 23 instead?
You have a skeletal body.
I don't like that at all.
So yeah, I want to flip mine. I want 23.
Then you have elegant clothes.
And I'm going with 33 now.
And 33 is a beautiful face.
Oh.
Can I just choose to be very old?
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna go back to lumpy face.
For just to find out, what's 63?
63 is a tufted tail.
Oh, like
Oh,
a
I like
harvest,
that.
like a harvest mouse.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay.
He's got a little tuft on the end of his tail.
Mike, I hope you're gonna draw all of our characters for the title card when we release this ep.
Okay, if you give me descriptions in Discord, I'll give it a shot.
Did we not just do descriptions? He's got a tuft. I've got a lumpy face.
Tufted and a lumpy face. All right, you're right. That's enough to go on.
Can we roll for coat then, so we can figure out what kind of mouse we are?
Yeah.
Oh, and name.
You'll
Oh, yeah,
roll for names as well. There's a bunch of tables here if you just want to roll for it.
Or at least like suggestions for names that fit the setting.
Niblets.
But it's like cutesy names like Corn
Squeak.
Cob and stuff.
Yeah. I don't know.
Mulberry, Conquer,
I'm
Bramble.
gonna be U-Bend because he's a sewer guide.
Yeah, I've been thinking about field mice all this time.
I am Strong Pose the Third.
Nice.
Can you say that again?
Strong Pose the Third.
Strong Paws the Third.
Yeah.
Strong paw. What happened to strong paws? The The second and first?
Well, I come from a line of very adventurous mice, but I'm just a woodcutter. And my father wanted me to be an adventurer, but who knows?
You took an arrow to the knee. Or the paw, sorry.
My mouse is called... Maybe just Hops.
Yeah,
Hops is nice.
Hoplite. Like, and he's Greek themed.
Or Timble, because he drinks his beer from a Timble.
Well, I mean, for him, that's a very big mug.
Yeah.
Barley Barry.
Back on the berries again. No, I'm just going to be Hops.
Foam face. Hops is good.
You and your hireling could be called Bubble and Squeak.
My hireling's name is Bertram. Bertram is Hops' cousin, who he hired because he feels sorry for him, but he mostly just like hangs out around his tavern and brewery, where he makes his current line is Hops' Brussels Stout.
Nice.
Is it made out of Brussels sprouts?
Yeah, they look kind of similar, and he got mixed up, and now he's determined to make it a thing.
Typical hirelings have D6 HP. He has more HP than you.
Wow. I'll be throwing him in front of me then.
What's your HP?
2.
2.
I've got strength 12, willpower 10, dex 9, HP 2. Ooh, I've changed my mind. My hireling's name is Pistachio.
Pistachio.
Nice.
I like that. Pistachio. Pistachio is definitely. Oh man.
Well, what's Pistachio got?
The pistachio is strength 4, dexterity 8, willpower 4.
Well, he is a drunk hireling. Thank
Because you can use the inventory slots on your hireling as well.
Fuck yeah!
Can you remind me your name?
You bend. Actually, you bend.
Cuban.
My other option is non-return valve. If we were going for a Greek vibe, I think I would have gone with Domestos. Oh, and we don't have coats yet.
No. That's it. Everyone roll 2 more D6s
2.
if you wish to generate this stuff.
Well, what is coat?
It's
Your fur.
What your fur looks like.
Okay, I got a 9.
On a D6? Oh, you added them.
Yeah.
What were the separate values?
Oh, okay. 45.
4 and 5. So you have a tan coat with a marbled pattern.
I got a fitty tree.
You grey and patchy.
Okay.
I got a 52.
You're grey and brindled. I don't know what that word means.
Look it up. Grindled.
Brindle.
Brindled. Brownish or tawny.
I also don't know what tawny means.
It's kind of brownish. Mousy brown.
Mousy brown.
Brindle is a coat coloring pattern in animals, particularly dogs, cattle, guinea pigs, etc. It is sometimes described as tiger striped, although the brindle pattern is more subtle than that of a tiger's coat.
Yeah.
Oh, like Pepe.
A little bit. I think that's like is that an Australian Ridgeback in the picture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pepe has that, but like larger than that.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a corgi today with that colouring, and it was so cute.
I love when corgis crossbreed with other breeds, because when the offspring always they have the same shape and size of a corgi,
Yeah.
but it just looks like that other breed has been miniaturized to
Yeah.
corgi size. It's amazing. Like seeing like a corgi husky mix, just is like a husky has been squished down to a corgi size. It's fucking adorable.
Husky.zip.
Yeah, when Pepe's hair is short, he has really strong pattern like that on one side. But with the long hair, you can't really see it. But when it's then short, it's really strong.
And then we're ready to go.
Yeah.
So what does pistachio sound like?
I thought you were doing pistachio.
Is it Yorkshire mouse?
Shall we both be Yorkshire mice?
It won't be Yorkshire mouse.
You're gonna be way more Yorkshire than I will,
Oh, but
which is fucking embarrassing for me.
That's what I'm a Wendy.
Please be comprehensible when you talk.
So
What I say to my dad every day.
So I already showed the players the world map that we'll be playing in today. It's not so much a world to us. The whole world to these mice takes place on a lovely estate in what I imagine to be the British countryside. There is a big building in the center. Most of the mice here, there are several towns, villages, hamlets where the mice live, but the main settlement is a place called Brickport, which sits in one of the sewage systems, or just above one of the sewage systems, connected to a lovely ornate fountain in the center of this estate. There is a very famous guardian of this estate that spreads fear and anguish through the ranks of mice and other critters. The evil, watchful eye of Sabrina. Sabrina is a cat that lives with the humans here. If you go up against a cat, it's kind of similar to going up against a dragon. So expect similar results in terms of health. Yeah, I guess we've seen this. It's like a lovely little detached house with there's a little museum here on the south end, and a river that goes around. It is surrounded by forests. There is a lovely little bee house somewhere to the north, which is where the adventure I recently played takes place. Some absolutely wonderful narrative about mice turned sugar cultists.
I've read that adventure, yeah.
Wonderful. And this is Brickport. This is the little town. There are two entrances into Brickport, either via the elevator that comes down from the fountain in the center of the estate, or via the river, which connects to some point. Where is this? No, I don't know. Maybe the well.
Do the humans know that we're sentient?
No.
Okay.
No.
And they're not supposed to know?
They're not supposed to know. If you tried to talk to a human, I don't know that it would work.
But like, is it like the masquerade or stuff like that?
What is what is that? Like vampire?
Yeah.
I've never played it.
I would imagine that the humans just see mice. Even if we're like running around like
Yeah.
doing things, they just see mice running around.
Mm-hmm.
Well, with bows and torches.
I would imagine they don't see that
Okay.
because
imagine that
like it's
human-
not real to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's like fairies and stuff in this setting as well. There's like a fair share of magic, so that makes
Okay.
sense to me in terms of a narrative. Maybe all this does exist, but the humans are too ignorant to see it.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Yeah, Brickport's a lovely little settlement. You have the Temple of Peace, which is built from a cheese grater, and the local tavern is an old biscuit tin. It's very cute. I wish I could share the picture. But,
I need to be going
alas.
checking out that tavern.
So here's the thing. We're not going to start in Brickport. Normally we'd do the whole adventure thing and we'd meet in some annoying tavern and yeah.
It's
But we're
taking
gonna
me a
skip
great amount of willpower not to order this game, the box set, now, before we even play. I'm so obsessed with this already.
It's very cute. So it has been maybe 2 mice weeks since you heard a circulating rumor of a local famous or infamous character, the Necrohamster, who was kidnapped and taken into the house. You know that this creature, this evil creature, was taken in prisoner by the humans, by the youngest human. There's one of the small ones there. This dude's a prisoner. But you haven't really paid much mind to that. This guy doesn't really affect you.
If he's evil, do we really care?
Well, that's a bloody good point, isn't it? Why am I even talking? You should have a beer with you.
No, stupid pistachio.
But yeah, 2 weeks has passed since this rumor was circulating around Brickport, and now, this evening, you were approached, coming back from your last adventure, which was clearly a colossal failure because you've all rolled new characters, and you have nothing to your name. One of the town's widows approached you. She is a town herbalist by the name of Esquelia Skitterfoot.
Esquilia.
Esquilia.
Did you read that or just make it up?
I made that up.
It's really a what?
Skitterfoot. She's the
I really like that.
Mike is in his fucking element doing a mouse slash rap bit.
Skitterfoot.
Skitterfoot.
Brilliant.
She's a local herbalist slash what's the word? Eccentric. And she has approached you knowing that you're all down on your luck, and frankly she's heard rumors that you'll do anything for money.
Well, I have 1 pip.
Yeah, exactly. She thinks her latest potion requires that she ask a question of her late husband who has passed away. And the only hope she has of getting the answer is if someone is to venture into the large bedroom of the big human house and to save the Necrohamster. And she is offered...
because he can resurrect.
Yes.
Ah.
And she is offered a cash prize of 2,000 pips if you're able to bring the Necrohamster back alive so that she can ask this question to her husband.
So what's the question she wants to ask again?
Don't worry, lad. It's me, Esquilia. I just wanted to know. You see, my late husband, he thought of a right good potion he did. Like, he said, I can't remember what he said it done, but I think it will stop my bowel movements, which I can right do with. I just want to ask him what the secret ingredient were. I've tried all the herbs and spices in town, but nothing happened. Nothing works. So would you please?
Why haven't you tried just some medicine?
Some medicine? Oh, well,
Doesn't seem
I
to
don't believe in it.
I tell you what, you gotta have a swig of this, missus. And I hand her a flagon of Ops's Brussels Stout.
She takes a gulp.
Oh, blimey, what's that?
That's my specialty stout, that is.
Why aren't you selling this? Why aren't you selling this in the bar?
'Cause it's my signature specialty. They also haven't wanted to buy it yet, but I'm working on it.
Well, keep on trying, love. I tell you what, if you bring back the Necrohamster with all his digits attached, I'll buy a keg for me husband. He loves that stuff.
Sold. I don't care how her husband's gonna drink it, but I'm sold.
I'll just pour it on his grave or something.
Okay. So that was the conversation as it happened. And we will fast forward to the situation itself.
Before we get there, is it possible that I could buy something useful with 4 pips?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Do we want to... I'll tell you what, let's do a round. Let's have a little bit of exposition on your journey to the house, because although this is just a single estate to us, this could well be a day's journey for a mouse. So let's use that as an opportunity to play a couple scenes with our characters, or maybe just introduce our characters to each other or to the audience. Yeah, well, how do we suppose that we make it to the infamous bedroom?
Strongpaws get super tired very frequently, and he's like a very old mouse full of scars and stuff like that. And when he's not stopping to just catch breath, you actually see him just looking in the distance. But there's nothing in the distance. He just likes to look at it and say something like, "Oh yeah, foul things are incoming," and then continues walking using the axe as a stick.
It's a smouldering look.
Yeah.
So, Ben has a question for you.
Yeah.
Sorry, are we introducing what they look like and so on, or?
Yeah, we'll do that for the audience's sake. We'll introduce what they look like, and then if you want, we can play. If it feels organic, we can play like a couple of scenes with the characters.
All right. So Ben has a tufted tail, as we discovered, which is incredibly cute. And he's got a grey coat and it's all patchy. And I guess he's wearing a little waistcoat and maybe some kind of sack hat, like some kind of medieval peasant sort of thing. It's just like flapped up, and it's red. It's definitely red. It's like the hats that the French peasants wore in the French Revolution, that sort of thing. And he's got like a rapier and a dagger on his side, on his belt, and I feel like he has a tuft of hair on his head as well, which is kind of slicked back.
That's cute.
Because like he's always down in the sewers. Scott only knows what it's slicked back with, but he's a mouse. He doesn't give a shit. But his knowledge of the sewers gives him an idea for how to get into the house, if we want to go that way.
Well, following along, I think a little bit behind them. First, we see a very tall, broad, and barrel-chested grey mouse. The fur is grey, but has this kind of like grey tiger stripe kind of effect to it. This is Hops. Hops kind of looks like a hipster brewer. You know, they all wear like kind of old-timey clothes and have like perfectly manicured beard. Yeah, actually, he's the face of the potential up-and-coming brewing company, but I think his clothes are a little bit tattered because he's also very inquisitive, and I think he gets distracted quite easily going to wander off and look at things. And then following behind even further is a mouse that kind of looks a little bit similar to Hops, but rather than being broad and stocky, is just as tall but really lanky. Doesn't have the brindled coat, and looks very kind of a little bit worse for wear, stumbling a little bit, and has a large backpack on, and has like a currently not lit torch in his hand, and he's kind of breathing a little bit heavy, and is kind of tailing everyone behind. And Hops is looking around inquisitively. He's been through here before, but everything changes all the time. So, by gum, the sunlight's looking well nice today.
So U-Bend would have been out in front, but now we get to like a fork in the road, I think, and he stops and he turns around to ask you guys, okay, which way do you want? We can either head up into the sunlight and cross through the garden. It might be lovely out there, but it's also very dangerous. You want to meet a cat?
Sabrina's about lately.
That's where we're going to run into a cat. Or we can go through the sewers. A little bit stinkier, but it shouldn't bother you too much.
Yeah, I think we should go to the safest road. I hear the call from the sewer. and he looks in the distance again.
How about you?
Hops twists the warhammer in his hands, and he's like, well, I right fancied giving a good whack on the nose to Sabrina today, but yeah, let's go the safe route.
Well, I mean,
you can tell that he's full of bluster. He's full of bluster.
It's not entirely safe. I mean, it's still dangerous. It's my job is going through the sewers. It's dangerous. Like, there's a reason that we have sewer guides, because it's dangerous. But you're with me, so it's going to be 20% less dangerous.
Hang on a second. You hear that bloke in town told us there was a fucking snake in the sewer?
That's not true. There's no snake. I've never seen a snake.
But you seem right trustworthy.
I've heard him talking. He's talking out his arse.
It's all right, Pistachio. I've got me warhammer. I've got me good old barrel of trusty ale on end. This'll, where's it beat off? this'll beat off any old snake. This will.
That guy has a knot in his tail, and you're believing what he says about snakes. And it's been there for weeks.
It's a pretty good fashion statement.
It's not a fashion statement. He just got twisted around himself, and he couldn't untie it.
Oh, well, right you are, lad.
Anyway, I have a new boat, and we can use that to sail up the sewer.
What happened to the old boat?
Well, it didn't last. There was like a tidal wave, and it caught me broadside, and that was the end of that boat. Well, sawn in half, milk carton. But I do have the other half, which is now a new boat.
So you just nailed some planks on half a boat.
What, planks?
Planks. planks, pieces of wood.
Oh, I know what planks are, but he is questioning. Why would I need planks? It's a Tetra Pak, which I cut through the half. It's like it's got plastic on the inside. It's waterproof.
I don't trust Tetra Pak.
It's got an ISO number, I believe. It's a good design.
But I trust you. And he looks you straight in the face for far too long time.
I've never lost a traveler. Don't worry.
I'm trusting you.
Well, none that ever reported.
I've never been in the sewer before. I think it's about time I give it a look. Let's go.
Okay.
You're gonna love it.
I think I will.
I hand out tiny little clothes pegs for everyone's noses.
So you sneak into the house, I assume, through the U-bend, as it were, in the toilet.
Yeah. So I mean, I've never gone up that junction. Well, it's not even where it comes down. I've never gone in to this like the plumbing of the house. I've only passed by on the way to another town. So I don't know what's up there. As soon as we go off this channel, like I'm lost. And if the toilet flushes, we're in trouble.
Okay. Well, let's. What's your plan once you get into the house? Because you have to make it then through the house, up the stairs to get to the main bedroom.
We're gonna come in the toilet. So we'll be in the downstairs toilet is where we'll enter, which I believe is in the hallway just off the kitchen.
Do we know if Sabrina is also in the house or just in the garden?
Sabrina, during the day while you're traveling, will normally be wandering around the gardens doing a patrol. There is a chance that at the nighttime, if this quest happens to take super long, Sabrina might return, and the chances are that she does indeed spend a lot of time sleeping in the bedroom.
Do we know any house mice villages?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, you tell me. What are you trying to do? What are you hoping for?
I was thinking that we could have a chat with some locals and maybe they'll know a shortcut to get us upstairs.
Oh, sure. Yeah. We'll say there's like an outpost on the way through the sewers, like a small town, village, hamlet that's probably just an inn or something along the way. It is the lead pipe latrine.
I definitely want to drink there.
Ladream. It's the Ladream. So yeah, you stop by for a snack at the lead pipe Ladream, which is it's spelled like a French, like Ladream. Yeah. And you see your old friend here, because I imagine you passed by a lot.
Toilet roll. I haven't seen you in ages.
Hello, pal.
It's me. It's you, Ben.
Oh yeah, you Ben. It's you.
How are you? I haven't seen you in such a long time. Not since that little accident.
Well, yeah, it took me a while to get back on my feet, but they're all better now. He points down and he's got 2 toothpicks for legs.
And so they didn't grow back like you thought.
No.
That is a shame.
Well, yeah, it's a long story. I won't get into it.
Well, we have time.
Well, I'll take a seat then. He regales you for 3 hours, which is, I don't know, I'd have to roll for encounters at this length of time passed. Yeah, he tells you of a great and grand tale about he went on an adventure to get his legs to grow back. He was told there was a mystical, magical substance being grown out by the old sunflower patch. You've heard already rumors of this big black sunflower that just beats the horizon. It just draws the attention of anyone who looks at it. There's a lot of weird shit going on out there. He went, took a look. He said he actually managed to grow his legs back with this magic honey. But then the skunk that patrols the area chewed him right back off again. So here he is, He said he's had enough time dealing with those sugar cultists, and I'll just keep my toothpicks, I think.
You've been through the wars, my friend. That was quite the eventful last few days, weeks you've had.
Oh, mouse weeks.
Mouse weeks are different. Toilet roll.
Yeah,
Have you on your adventures been up into the house?
of course.
And what can you tell us?
What dangers lurks there?
Can I just say, whilst this conversation going on, Hops is at the bar talking to the barmaid, and is trying to convince her to drink some of his stout to try it.
Where did he have the set?
Well, he has a barrel of ale with him.
Oh, he's carrying the barrel. Brilliant.
That's my item.
How do you think she's responded?
She's rolling her eyes, probably like, oh yeah, here's another like wannabe
Yeah.
brewer, just like get the fuck out of my place.
There's like a queue of hipsters behind you with these like baggy woolly hats. Okay. Been a while since I were at the house, but last time I was there, I had a nice chat with Sabrina. Actually, you seen her recently?
You had a chat with Sabrina.
Oh yeah, she's very amenable. As long as I had to pledge fealty to her, but
What do you mean fealty?
well, I have to bring her gifts every now and again.
Like what kind of gift?
Are
That's
those-
not important. We don't need to get into that, I don't think.
That sounds a lot like other mouse.
No.
He'd never did. Toilet roll would never do that. He's a good guy. So could you tell us a way to get into the house, the safest way?
Oh yeah, well I went to a book club with Sabrina recently. Actually, met another interesting fella, Magpie. Would you believe it? Bit of a order. The whole book club turned into a poker night quite quick. Anyway, long story short, this guy'll do anything for a bit of treasure. I'll give him a call if you want. I've got the thimble and string already pre-dialed.
In the background, you hear, Pistachio! Pistachio! Get the bloody hell out from behind that bar!
Oh, so I thought this was me house.
And the magpie's just going to fly us up,
Well, yeah,
and that's safe.
yeah, probably.
Have you done it?
Oh yeah.
Why'd you shake your head when you said yeah?
What do you mean?
Well, he's never lied to me before, so I guess we find something shiny for the magpie.
I mean, you're the guide.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not walking around with shiny things. Have you? Either of you got something shiny, or maybe we could polish something up.
My good friend, I have exactly one peep. Do you think I wear something shiny ever?
Probably not.
Oh well, one pip ain't gonna do it. He's gonna want something good. I tell you what, you think this is gonna be a profitable venture for you?
Oh yeah, we got promised a lot, like 100 pips.
Well, like I said, he's a bit of a gambler, so well, we can do an IOU. We'll see if he knows there's valuable stuff to be had in the house. So, where is it exactly you need to be? I'll set up a meeting.
Pistachio! Stop looking at them people's cards!
Oh, it's a bloody good hand, that.
It's the large bedroom that we're supposed to go to. I'm sure we can get him something shiny in there.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll tell you what. There's a. That's where the Tower of Soot is. Be a good escape route.
That's interesting.
Windows always open around midday. They want to air the place out.
How tall is the Tower of Soot?
Oh bloody hell! Huge, if I remember rightly. At least 4 meters.
And are there handholds, paw holes? Can we climb up it?
I'm pretty sure there's folk living in there. So I'd guess so.
What kind of folk are living in the Tower of Soot?
Well,
Right then.
friendly folk, I'm sure.
All right. Fair enough. I'm convinced.
So, they don't
I
keep that
assume
window
mice are
open.
gullible.
That's a very big assumption to me.
Well,
You've
they're
never
always
been on
getting
adventures, so.
they're always getting caught in traps. So
Pistachio, stop sticking your tail in people's drinks.
and toilet roll. Could you provide us with a letter of introduction to the magpie, perhaps?
Oh, no, that won't be necessary. You can't read.
Well, neither can I. Or you.
Well, why do you want a letter then?
It's in the books, isn't it? Oh, I can't read books.
Oh, for your taxes.
There's an audio book.
Well, I'll make sure he writes you out a receipt.
Fair enough. But how do we find the magpie?
I'll tell him to meet ya. How's tomorrow sound? Midday? Windows always open around midday. They want to air the place out.
All right, okay. How long will it take us to travel to the house?
As the bird flies, so to speak.
As the bird flies.
Few minutes.
And as the mouse scurries.
Well, probably closer to the tens of minutes. About an hour. If we're talking hex crawl, it's about an hour per hex. And this world is made up of approximately 5 by 7 X's. So, you do the maths.
Well, that's another option. We can try going in through the sewer, or we can try flying there.
So in actual terms, a mile, you can travel a mile in an hour.
Yeah.
So basically, either we go on foot, like plebs, or we take our exclusive jumbo jet.
Yeah.
They'll drop you off at the window, but then the probably safest way out is going to be via the Tower of Soot, as I said.
Yeah, I kind of want to soar up on the garden.
All right, we can skip forward then, and you meet your magpie friend, who is called Marginal Targreaves.
Hi there!
Hey up, Marginal.
Got any shinies?
Chicken.
But no, me husband's a chicken. Shut up and get on me back.
Okay.
I ain't got no shinies today, but we'll be coming back with some rat good uns.
Oh, I'm ready. Toilet paper said there'd be real good shinies when I come to pick you up.
Oh yeah, almost certainly.
Top of the hour, sir.
Top of the no, we'll be at the top of the Tower of Soot.
Ah, yes, my speak funny. I'll meet you there.
It's called an accent.
That's racist.
Marginal. Have you ever flown on a bird before?
No,
I imagine not.
No.
And I'm super scared. Like, once you get there, I lose all my cool. And I just grab.
You're still looking into the distance, but now there's like a look of terror. Yeah. So, Marginal drops you off at the windowsill that leads into the biggest bedroom in the house. This is a huge space to a mouse. You see the Tower of Soot on the far right side of the room from where you're entering. It's like the window's kind of cracked open just for a small breeze. Marginal drops you off and you activate your parachutes. You get little mouse parachutes. Yeah, you see the goal of your journey along next to the Tower of Soot. It is a large iron cage, and in this cage full of sawdust and various climbing implements made of some weird material, not that unlike Tetra Pak. You see the Necrohamster resting on a throne of skulls.
So once we land, Strong Pose is not intimidated anymore. Like, yes, piece of cake.
Hops had looked really confident for the whole ride, but as soon as he gets his paws on the ground, he stumbles a little bit and looks a bit green.
Euban's tuft of hair on his head that's usually like slicked over to the left, is just completely blown back. And he's kind of wide-eyed and very excited looking. And his tail is standing up, I suppose.
Like it's super fluffed on the end.
yeah. And he's gonna duck in underneath the crack of the window and have a good look to see, is there anything else in here besides the Necrohamster? Can I smell anything?
Yeah, you definitely smell Sabrina, although her smell can be taken from around the whole estate. But like, she's been here quite recently. I believe Toilet Roll. Was his name Toilet Roll? Yeah. Toilet Roll told you that she spends the night often.
Right.
Or was that me? I don't remember. One of the two. It is, it's a large bedroom, so there is also like a huge bed. I don't know how you would describe that in mouse terms. It is a big wooden cathedral.
Probably looks like one of those giant, flat top mountains.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're called.
I mean, mice have beds as well, so we probably would.
Yeah,
recognize a bed.
I guess you probably modeled a lot of your technology on what you see from humans.
I like that a bed is technology. State of the art.
Well, we're not saying it's high on the tech tree, but it is a stage. How high are we up now? How on the windowsill?
It's a 2-story building, so you're on.
No, but looking into the room, how
Relative to the floor of the bedroom, I guess. You're like a meter off the ground.
Can we use the same parachutes just to go down?
Yeah.
Well, we don't need to because I have a spool of thread.
Ooh.
And I can.
Strompa looks at you. Resourceful.
Well, all those sewer guides are. We have to be. You never know what's going to happen down there. All kinds of shit.
Well, can we send Barrel down first?
What, you want to bring the barrel with you?
I've been carrying Barrel this whole time, but I want you
I
to...
was wondering why you were.
I want you to send Barrel down first. It's Precious got to make sure he gets down safe.
Yeah, but
Well, I do have a better use for it as an anchor point here, so we can tie the thread around.
Oh, yeah. Oh, but then I have to leave it behind.
No, but we'll have the thread tied to it, and then we can pull it after us. Then you just catch it.
yes.
Or it's another escape route for us.
What could go wrong?
Sounds like a good plan, fellas.
We can send the magpie by to pick it up on the way. Afterwards, because he'll pick us up, and then we just fly down to the windowsill and pick it up.
So, like, out of character, it's pretty much the only item that I have apart from pistachio. So I'm thinking if we leave it
I
behind,
think you should bring it with you.
I want to bring it with me in case we meet people that can bribe with beer.
Yeah. Is there something else to tie the thread to? Or is there something we can jump to?
Or what about the hinges on the window?
Yeah, the hinges would work. Or
Is there a
if
desk
you could
lamp?
like lasso it onto the
Okay, then I'll do that.
handle.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Cool. So you like abseil down on a thread of. Yeah, cool. Mark off a usage for your thread.
From your cockroach wrangling days.
Did you get that? It will have 3 usages. I don't have it.
Oh, I don't have a counter for my thread.
Yeah.
Are there counters for those? Oh, I'll cut it out. Let me give me it.
Gotta find it. Unless it's like one of you might have to just make one. Here you go. There's some blank ones.
There's a bit of blank here. Oh.
Okay, and we have to find some shinies for the bagpipe.
Oh, yeah. Shinies. Where do humans keep the shinies?
On their fingers, but it's dangerous.
Sound like you've done something like that before.
I have many secrets.
Why do you keep staring off into distance? I'm over here. There's something behind me.
I'm sorry. Sometimes it appears as I'm looking in the distance, but I just have a very heavy eye problem.
Oh, I'm sorry I brought it up.
What, his heavy eyes?
Okay. That is 1 turn. So you reach the bottom of the thread and you're now on the floor. It's a nice old townhouse. Definitely not a townhouse. A nice old country house. So I assume this is like real wood picket floor. Picket? Is that the right word? No. Parquet. No, parquet is the shitty plastic stuff, isn't it?
No, parquet is the really nice wooden stuff.
Then it's that stuff. Yeah, it's the really nice parquet wooden floorboards.
Picket is the white fences.
Picket fence is what I was thinking of, yeah. And you hear your cute little mice feet tap, tap, tap on this wooden floor. And over towards the Tower of Soot, you hear a loud breeze.
We hear a loud breeze.
That's steam. Well, that does it. There is a loud breeze that comes bellowing in from the Tower of Soot. And this blows some of this big pile of ash at the bottom out into the room. And you can see there are embers that start to come alive at the base of this tower.
What does the entrance to the tower look like?
The entrance to the tower. It's just like a large gate. There's a huge gate. It's about 1 meter or 2 meters up by 2 meters along. This kind of bricked off portion of the right hand wall, and in the middle there is a stoned arch, which takes up about at least like half of the space. It's a huge arch that leads into darkness. You can just see the piles of ash that spill out into the room itself slightly. In front of the gate, there are a number of hanging cast iron implements of human size and a pile of firewood.
Did the embers come out? Are they burning something?
You can see the embers are starting to light up the inside of the tower.
Oh, but it didn't damage the parquet.
No.
Oh, that's all right then.
We're going to want to get in there before that fills up the tower with smoke.
Oh, you're probably right.
Or we have to stop the fire. And we need something shiny. We've got... The things we need to do are piling up. This is... That's more things than my mouse brain can keep in.
And more things than you've got claws on your mouse paw.
I feel like so we have to put out the fire, we have to get something shiny, and I feel like I've forgotten something now. One of those has pushed out something we were supposed to do.
The Necrohamster.
The what now?
Who?
The Necrohamster.
I look over towards the Necrohamster and remember the Necrohamster exists. Oh, shit! Oh, the Necrohamster. We have to get the Necrohamster and we have to put out the fire.
How did you survive in the sewers?
One thing happens at a time in the sewers, really. It's a tunnel. Either something's coming at you or something's not coming at you. Now that I've remembered the Necrohamster, I'm going to make a beeline for the Necrohamster's cage.
I point to the human-sized fire implements and I nudge Strong Prom like, them's some bloody big shinies, isn't there? If only we could get one of them for Magpie.
They're actually not very shiny. They're like cast iron, so it's like black.
Oh, I was imagining like brass.
I already said cast iron.
Oh,
otherwise, yes.
Never mind.
It would be very ambitious to think we could get that up the...
I know, yes. I know.
So you're running towards the Necrohamster's cage, which, in relation to the big gate, is like it's behind the wall.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. This is the gate I speak of.
Can we see anything happening on the sill over on the fireplace? Fire.
You mean the battlements?
Battlements, yeah. On that big thing over the.
There is a
Fucking
candle. There is a scented candle that's been lit.
I'm not seeing anything shiny.
Maybe the Necrohamster knows.
The Necrohamster might know where they put the shiny stuff. He's been here for a while.
Is the candle lit? Did you say?
Yeah.
They've set up one of the warning signals. Why have they done that then? They're sending maybe a smoke signal to someone.
Well, maybe it's got to do with all the fire that's coming down the
Emergency.
tower. We should hurry.
Yeah, we should split up.
Yes.
Yes, great idea.
You guys find a shiny thing. I'll get the Necrohamster out, and then I'll meet up with you.
I can extinguish the fire.
I don't know, actually. That fire looks kind of shiny.
You're gonna
One
carry.
of them little rocks that's red. They look shiny.
Okay, Hops doesn't know what shiny means. We have just discovered, so you're gonna have to keep an eye on him.
Like, let's do this. I'm gonna get the shiny stuff. You do the other thing that I don't remember right now.
Well, we had to get the shiny.
That other really important job.
Get the shiny. Talk to Necrohamster.
Oh,
What?
put out the
Put out the shiny.
put out. Yeah, that's in life there are good shinies and bad shinies.
Oh.
That's a bad shiny.
You know, my mum used to always say that.
She was a wise woman.
Come on, Pistachio. You got a full bladder?
Well, I have now.
What you been up to in the last 2 minutes?
I'll just had a whiz.
And you've got a full bladder again?
Well, I broke the seal, didn't I?
Come on then, we've got a right important job to do. We gotta go put out them fancy rocks.
All
We
right.
go piss on them.
Oh, is that what you... Okay. Oh, yeah, go. All right then. You know how much urine a mouse actually drops, right? Okay. Also, mice and rats do not have sphincters. They just pee.
It just
It
comes
drips out.
Oh,
Also, the second time you've told us that fact tonight. Mike loves doing rat facts.
Anyway, so what's everyone doing? Sorry.
I'm gonna pee on some coals.
You're gonna pee on some coals.
I'm gonna rescue the Necrohamster.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna find something shiny.
Okay. Where are you gonna do that?
So, Strong Pose looks at a drawer and he prepares a very gracious jump, and he has the correct posture and everything, and he leaps into the air and falls to the ground almost immediately because he's just, I'm not as strong as I used to be. So he starts to, take random shit, stuff that lies around, trying to get to the drawer to get a ramp.
Okay. Sure. You managed to do that. You have created a tower of I guess you find some pamphlets. Managed to prop these up and climb these.
Can we make that one of those is like a book on how to get rid of rats?
Yeah, perfect.
No, I was imagining a pamphlet and you trying to crawl on it, and then every time you put the paw on it, another page of the pamphlet goes down, and you're just running on the pamphlets and just sliding out from under you.
And all the pamphlets slide into the Tower of Soot and the fire gets bigger. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so you managed to get onto the top of the chest of drawers. What do you plan on doing while you're here?
I don't know if there's any box. I just open the boxes and see if something shines.
Okay, yeah. Sure. You open one of the boxes. It is like a jewelry box, I guess. It's like
Ooh.
it looks like a large treasure chest.
Lucky.
Ooh, like the dice chest that I have on my desk right now.
Yeah, exactly like that. Except
A
with
mouse can get in there.
parquet.
It's a parquet box as well.
There's but it's going to be big. It's like you find like a silver necklace, but it's obviously a human necklace. So it's going to take up 2 inventory slots. So I'll find you just a blank. Yeah, here you go.
Yeah.
On here there is a blank 2-slot item.
And Strong Joe starts pulling the necklace, and his little paws scratch on the table, like come here, you motherfucking. He's not very mysterious right now. He's just struggling.
And how do you plan on getting that down?
No, I'll just push it off the edge.
Oh, so you're just going to push it down and jump off after it?
I have a ramp.
Pamphlet. Okay. And What would we do, Jan? Because I imagine the peeing scene will be quite quick.
Quick and ineffectual.
So did you say that the embers are like inside the Tower of Soot?
Yeah, so you approach the foot of the Tower of Soot. Now, to your right, you see this big wood pile from inside of which you hear a loud kind of skittering. Not the skittering of a mouse or a rat. Definitely something with a lot more legs than that.
Well, Hops by nature is very inquisitive, so he immediately forgets what he was doing, grabs hold of Pistachio's tail, and hey, Pistachio, did you hear that?
This is fun. This is like you're role playing what it is like to be us every day.
Well, all three of you have ADHD.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
But yeah, before we go there, I just will describe what you now see in front of you through the gate. Because now with the embers glowing up as they are, you can see inside the Tower of Soot where this mound of ash rises into a kind of a peak in the center. Maybe not a high peak, maybe 20, 30 centimeters or so. You see round the back of this building, this big stone construction, you see a long, winding, thin staircase that goes up the back wall and then runs back round and heads up into the tower. And there is an offshoot, like a Y bend, a split in the staircase that heads off into a doorway, which looks more like a cavern or a cave entrance. And this is maybe 50, 60 centimeters off.
So did you
from
say
the
that?
top of the tower?
So that's
of
at the
mound.
top.
No, from the floor, you're about maybe just under a meter. Actually, there's this entryway, this cave entryway, and the stairs go from the. They start underneath the mound of ash and head up. One just heads straight up, and it's kind of hard to see where that goes to from here. The other one splits off from about halfway up towards the cavern. But you wanted to head towards the pile of logs.
Yes. So I immediately whip around, grab hold of Pistachio's tail as I do, like, Pistachio, did you hear that?
What? What?
Did you hear that? I heard some. It wasn't no mouse that though.
Is it that bloody ringing again? That's all I can hear.
I'm imagining like, do you smell toast?
He says, oh, bloody hell, here, come here. And he puts the barrel on his shoulder, takes out a little drink. He's like, here, have an air at dog.
Yes, air of the dog. Okay, I couldn't think of a mouse-sized joke to make there. Yeah, he takes a swig.
Hair of the flea wolf.
He takes a swig, and all of a sudden you see his eyes pop open. He stands to attention. He flexes his muscles. And oh, by Jove, Hops, that's exactly what I needed.
Excellent.
Say, did you notice that shiny thing in that wooden pile there, boss?
Oh, you said you saw something shiny? I forgot that you talk right funny when you've had a few drinks.
What are you talking about? I always sound like this.
Aye, right you do. I forgot that. Look at me. I didn't see no, but I heard something. Why don't you go and stick your torch in there and have a look at?
Righto, Hop. Off away. Adventure ho. And back straight, shoulders back. What's his name? Pistachio lankily plods towards a gap in the woodpile.
I'm strong to the finish, cause I am his spinach.
The lyric is eats me spinach. Actually,
Oh, I can't do. What does he sound like, Popeye?
I'm trying to be spinach.
no, that's yeah, you got it there.
Okay. He enters he tries to enter the woodpile and points to something to you. You can see a glint now in the darkness. It kind of, as he, I don't know if sunlight, his fur is immaculate right now. It's very shiny and very well kept. You could have sworn it didn't look like that 5 seconds ago. And somehow the light from the room is reflecting off of his wonderful, beautiful coat of fur, and there's a glint in the pile of wood. And
Somewhere he got a cravat.
No, it's just a tuft of fur that looks like a cravat.
Oh, perfect.
He turns around to beckon you over and points at this thing, and you see a shape moving behind him, like writhing. And you hear this rustling and clicking.
Pistachio, you've never been a finer advertisement for me brew. So you better get bloody down, because there's someone behind you.
Gordon Bennett, you're right! He dives to the floor as a large, haughty centipede.
Oh, how do we know that it's haughty?
Haughty. I didn't know what that word meant, but it was. Maybe now someone can describe what.
No, we're sticking with haughty.
Well, he's described here, this character, as a haughty centipede.
It means snooty.
Snooty. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, quite. Yeah. Out from this hole squirms this centipede.
Sorry, I thought you were going to say squirts.
Squirts a haughty centipede. So like he has a monocle maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a monocle. And clogs. So Pistachio dives to the floor. He doesn't turn around to look. He just trusts you. He dives to the floor, and you see this big, slimy. I don't know. Centipedes aren't slimy, but they're shiny.
They
right?
look slimy.
They look slimy. This shiny, haughty-looking centipede with a nice-looking eye goggle. What the fuck did you call it? A monocle. And clogs. He has clogs on each of his, well-polished clogs on each of his 100 feet.
Thanks for listening, folks. If you enjoyed this, please leave us a review on your podcatcher of choice or share our social media posts. It'll help spread the word and help others to find us too. If you have any comments, questions, or just want to get in touch with us, you can. You can find us on Twitter with @TalesOfPodcast, Instagram with @Tales_of_podcast, and we're also on the dice.camp server on Mastodon with the name @TalesOf. We'd love to hear from you. This week's Tales of Crew is Fabio as Ubend the Sewer Guide, myself as Hops the Brewer and our audio producer. You can find me on Twitter with @ThatLastJan. Special guest Mateo as Strongpaws III, the Woodcutter. You can find them on Instagram with the name Colbeco Woo Woo. Mike as our GM, Pistachio, Esquilia, and everyone else. All music and sound effects used with permission and may have been edited or modified for use. Details and links can be found in the show notes. See you next episode!
What did I have for lunch? Oh, I had vegan meat tortellinis. Pesto sauce on because I was too freaking couldn't be bothered making a sauce.
Tortellini and pesto.
Yeah.
How dare you?
I know.